sunrise start this morning. We had a really pleasant night at Double Island Point. We didn't go into the lagoon because it was a little bit hard getting in and out, so we just anchored off Rainbow Beach. It was fine last night.
US, this is last season. Do you copy?
It was very pleasant last night, and this morning we're just heading across to the Wide Bay Bar. I was going to go and do the Fisherman's Gutter, and I probably could have done it this morning, but I'll go and do the bar the long way in, and I'll film a bit of it. So that's the plan for this morning. Good day for crossing the bar. There's not much wind on and no swell whatsoever, really, probably half a metre, so be a good one I think today. We'll see how we go. Well, here's something new now that I've got AIS. You can see these AIS targets leading you across the Wide Bay Bar. They're set up as port and starboard lateral marks, so if you click on each one it'll tell you what it is. It's a starboard lateral, that's a port lateral, so follow them in as if you'd follow buoys. So they're virtual buoys taking you across the bar, and this is updated quite regularly. So we'll follow those in and see how we go. Yeah, you should have that on too. Okay, we're just coming through the virtual port and starboard AIS marks now, and we're heading for waypoint number 1. There's nothing to see here because there's nothing marked, there's no leads. You can only do it on the waypoints and on your chart plotter. So the AIS marks are flashing. You can follow them in. The first waypoint is a port lateral, so you've got to leave that on your port side, and then you turn around and head for a starboard lateral. So we're just heading towards that port lateral at the moment. I was going to fly the drone in, but the winds just got up and I'd have trouble retrieving it, I think, so I'm going to leave that alone. A bit too busy crossing bars, doing it this way. And Wide Bay is such a long bar, you're on it for quite some time. So we're just coming up to waypoint number 1 now. You can't see anything because it's all virtual, but we're in good shape on the chart plotter. Okay, so we just passed waypoint number 1, and I'm just going to alter course. Bring us around onto waypoint number 2, another virtual waypoint. When you're doing this though, just look at it. I can see broken water out to our left and up in front. The waypoint where I'm heading, it looks quite calm, so that's obviously where the waypoint is, but look at these breaking waves. If you're heading into that broken water, head towards the calmer stuff. Pretty obvious, I suppose. Pretty good day for crossing the bar here at Wide Bay. And I've been across this bar probably 10 or 15 times, and I tell you what, it's a lot easier to cross than some of the bars on the New South Wales coast, that's for sure. It's a long bar and it can be quite uncomfortable getting across it, but Yeah, it's not as bad as some of those ones down the New South Wales coast, for certain. We're about halfway to waypoint number 2. Okay, so now we're just going to alter course slightly and head to another green marker. So I've just altered course now, and I'm heading to waypoint number 3. We're on a set of leads now at Inskip Point. You can only just see them in the distance, but it puts you on the leads into Inskip. So that's the only navigation assistance you have here, is the Inskip lead. Okay, so we're just leaving that starboard virtual mark to our right hand side now. We're just passing it, and now we're going to alter course and head up under Inskip Point, in between Inskip and Fraser Island. Probably be able to see the ferries working across the entrance here, and be a bit aware of them as you come into the Sandy Strait. There's 1 or 2 ferries usually working, taking cards from Inskip Point to Fraser Island, so just be careful of them as you head into this area of water. So that was crossing the Wide Bay Bar in pretty well ideal conditions. It can be a lot gnarlier than that. I've been on it when it's been a fair bit worse, but look, it's not a bar you should be really scared of. If you do it in good conditions, it's quite easy.